Next on Worcester News tonight, city and state leaders share the success of the Worcester Regional Airport. They say new flights to Detroit are doing well. Plus, learning how to de-escalate a situation. Educators in Barre receive restraint training. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. A humid day across central Massachusetts. There is a chance of heavy rain and thunderstorms overnight. Let's get a first look at our local forecast for more.
Steamy weather again today. There have been some storms, most organized to our south over the ocean. Low pressure to the north is gonna push cooler and drier air in. In the meantime, thunderstorms still traversing and a period of rain overnight. We touched 90 downtown today, and it's still close to 80 degrees, even as the sun goes down. Patriots are playing tonight. Here's 10:30. There are raindrops getting close. There may be some thunder. Not expecting rounds of severe weather. It's a wave of low pressure on the front. There can be some thunder, but also just regular rain tonight. 5:30 in the morning. It's going to be a damp start. Temperatures are in the 60s, but the dew point is in the 60s. So it can be rain and drizzle and fog for the morning. And then by lunchtime, here comes the sunshine. So it turns into a beautiful afternoon. Temperature in the afternoon, 75 to 80. Humidity is down. Air is coming from Canada. Over the weekend, from the north is good Saturday. From the east, Sunday, not so nice. We'll come back with more details in a few minutes.
Police officers and school employees are learning to work together better than before. Dozens of Quabbin Regional School staff, including administrators, counselors, and teachers, teamed up with Barre police officers for crisis intervention training. Our Chandler Walsh was at their training today and joins us now with more. Chandler.
Olivia, the Quabbin Regional School District organized this 2.5 training at the request of the Barre Police Department. Both groups says this helps them get ready for a smooth and safe upcoming school year. Police officers and school staff learn the proper ways to restrain a student. Barre Police Chief John Carbone says this joint crisis intervention training will connect a gap in their communication with the school.
When we arrived at the interventions, we've wanted to help, but we haven't exactly known what it was they were doing. We didn't know what they needed from us, and they didn't really know how to explain what they needed because we're already in crisis.
Carbone says intervention is most common in students with behavioral disabilities or who are experiencing trauma. He says it can be common for police to respond to schools.
We might have none for several months, and then there might be a student or two students that happen to have issues. Maybe they just moved into the district, and suddenly we're there every other day, every few days.
Quabbin Regional School District staff joined officers in learning Massachusetts laws, de-escalation tactics, and restraints if de-escalation isn't enough.
In learning these holds, we were able to practice them. We were able to feel what it would be like as a staff person administering the hold, but then also from the student's perspective.
Chief Carbone says the training will help officers walk into a classroom and know how best to respond.
We want to be able to defend our actions when our officers to be comfortable and confident in what they're doing.
School counselor Sandra Collins says collaborative training like this is the most successful approach. She says it will make the school safer for all staff and students.
You really want to address the needs of the one student because it will have a ripple effect on the entire school community.
Collins says the training has also built a camaraderie between the staff and officers. The district's first day of school is this upcoming Tuesday. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A Central Massachusetts marijuana dispensary is donating money to Bartlett High School. Curaleaf donated more than $13,000 to the Webster school. Administrators purchased sensors to detect vaping in bathrooms. When the device detects an air disturbance, it sends a signal to administrators' cell phones so adults can respond.
This is just a piece of it. This is a deterrent piece, but the education piece is something that we're going to be covering through health class, through assemblies with kids. And what we're really looking to do is change the culture.
It took us a while to put them in the schools because we had to drill into the cement walls, and they're in the bathrooms now. They're one way of educating our kids that vaping is not safe for them and not allowed on school property.
and they probably have.
The device also picks up noise disturbances so administrators can tell if a fight is in progress. Bay Path Technical Regional in Charlton installed similar sensors back in February. More demolition equipment is moving in around Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. This is the first day heavier equipment was on site. Crews brought in multiple trucks and began setting up a crane. They are also still in the process of preparing for the interior for demolition. On Tuesday, crews removed the stairs in front of the church. A Franklin Street restaurant is closed for renovations, but Sticks Noodle Bar won't be reopening. Instead, a new restaurant is planned for the location. Signs on the window advertise the new spot will be El Torero Street Food. Sticks opened in February 2018. The restaurant's Facebook page says Sticks is closing to, quote, prepare for our brand new concept to begin opening this location very soon. Powwow Worcester artists wrap up the International Street Art Festival Friday. Today, some were putting the finishing touches on murals in the Great Brook Valley neighborhood. This is the first year Powwow has been in the neighborhood. Organizers say public art should be everywhere in the city. Artist Jason Naylor spray painted a dragon with the word love mixed into it. He says the painting is open for interpretation.
And what's special about this neighborhood is that the whole time I've been here, everyone has been part of this process. You know, like the kids we were talking about, they're so thrilled about it. And like the moms are out and everyone's kind of stopping, like on their way to work in the morning, they're waving and honking and like music playing. And that's kind of an energy that is magical and it's helpful.
And 4 murals were painted in the Great Brook Valley neighborhood. Friday is the last day of Powwow Worcester. Celtics legend Bob Cousy is celebrated at the White House today. President Trump awarded Cousy with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's the nation's highest civilian honor. The 91-year-old Cousy was an All-American at Holy Cross in Worcester. He went on to a Hall of Fame career with the Celtics. He played in 13 All-Star games and helped the C's win their first 6 championships. Cousy is the second Celtics legend to receive the Medal of Freedom. His former teammate Bill Russell was awarded the medal in 2011. The city and state made major investments in the Worcester Regional Airport. Today, leaders toured the facility to see what more can be done to attract travelers to the airport. Our Gretchen LaRosa has more.
City and state leaders came together Thursday to tour the recent improvements at the Worcester Airport.
There's a lot of great things happening in Worcester, and there's obviously this kind of symbiotic relationship between the Worcester economy and the airport, and I think both are going to continue to grow.
Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito says it's important for travelers to see the investments being made to the airport and the amenities it offers.
Easy to park, comfortable to access this terminal. Now flights to Florida, Philadelphia, and Detroit, and then all of the Category 3 runway improvements, fire service that have made this a reliable airport of choice.
Last month, the airport launched flights to Detroit. Airport Director Andy Davis says ridership is at 75%.
In just the 3 weeks they've been flying, we've been very impressed with their operation. They're reliable. The flights are very heavy, and that's a great tribute to the region, Worcester and Worcester County and Central Massachusetts, that are supporting this service.
New Massport CEO Lisa Wayland says she wants to build off the airport's recent success.
The cost and convenience of flying out of Worcester is huge. So we think once people are aware of what the opportunities are for travel, they'll take advantage of them.
State leaders are hoping people in and around the Commonwealth will give these new opportunities a chance.
Because of the congestion in and around Boston and sometimes the difficulty to get into Logan Airport, there's an opportunity for an airport like the Worcester Regional Airport to capture some of that market share.
Close to 200 student leaders spread out across the city to do volunteer work. Assumption College hosted its 6th annual Assumption Loves Worcester Day of Service. The students took time to beautify parks and public housing complexes throughout the city. Today, some students were in the Great Brook Valley neighborhood. They painted and spruced things up for a cookout the neighborhood is having this weekend.
I think it's really important that we give back to Worcester because it is our home and our campus is here, so it feels really good just to make Worcester a better place.
Students were also volunteering on Lincoln Street and Main Street.